Denver's new comedy panel talk show, Casa de Haha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Casa de Haha, Denver's newest public access comedy panel talk show.
That's right. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Adrian.
I'm your co-host.
This is Adrian Mesa. I'm Daniel Reskin, and we are stand-up comedians. We met in Miami many years ago, where I had a show, Casa de Haha. I had him on every time I could. It became a podcast. It became a kind of late night show that didn't work out, and then it became this late night show that is working out, because Denver Open Media is an amazing resource for the Denver community. So, why are we here?
Let's go talking to our friends here, other comedians in Denver, and we have quite the couple here right now.
Right, we've been talking to groups so far.
Yeah.
Now, a couple.
Super duo. Some people say power couple.
Yeah, comedy power couple. Sure. Here in Denver, we would like to welcome Mayor Wiles and Kevin O'Brien.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Denver.
It's so great to see all of you. I didn't know you could fit in the studio, but thanks for being here.
This is a late night show?
It's
what hour does this air? Oh, wait.
Anytime.
We're live. What am I talking about?
That's right.
We are
It's
live
happening now.
at 3:12 in the morning. Super late night show.
We're live now. It will air on TV eventually, though.
Was I supposed to write bits then?
Ever
You
present.
didn't get the email, Kev?
No.
I wrote a couple hot bits for this.
Yeah, I gave you a list of 14 topics.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm doing a character. This is the character of the guy who didn't know that he was supposed to bring bits.
Oh, Dave, we got
That's
it.
one of his bits.
Yeah, that's good. That was
In a
good.
thing.
Bit.
In a thing.
I was getting
God,
nervous for a second.
I'm so used to that bit that I forget it's a bit
See?
sometimes. It's so
Everybody
good.
does.
It's such a good
Man,
thing.
that is solid. Well, of course, we have Kevin O'Brien and Mayor Wiles
Yeah, that's
here.
our name.
Those
Very
are their
happy.
names.
And if you're in the Denver comedy scene, if you've gone out to some shows before, chances are you have seen them. They're very active. They put on a variety of shows and produce a variety of content in this scene.
Content. That's all
Content,
we make. That's all you gotta make
Yeah,
these
zip,
days.
boom.
We know
Marketing,
the
baby.
buzzword. Synergy.
I hosted the Denver Digital Summit last year, so I know about content,
Oh.
synergy, branding. I also left halfway through the event.
Yeah, they did not care for his salty.
And I still got paid. It was awesome. I left halfway through and was like, I don't need this. Next day, full payment in the PayPal account.
All right,
You got what
Silicon
you
Valley.
Digital Summit.
You got what you needed.
They don't want to have any conflict. It's all digital, so they can't be real. He just left them.
I was
you know
too
what?
real, yeah. They couldn't
Right.
handle it.
They couldn't say anything there, but then they went on LinkedIn and were like, I don't know about this
He's
guy.
not on LinkedIn. Come
Yeah,
on.
I keep getting invites for it, but I'm never on there.
Well, let's get to know them.
I want to do a little segment we call Tchotchke Talk.
Oh, okay.
That's
It's a
right.
collection of tchotchkes, little knickknacks on
Where
a
does that
table.
word come from? Is that a restaurant in like South Florida? Is it a chain?
Tchotchke Talk?
Tchotchke Talk.
Tchotchkes?
There's no way that's not Slavic. There's too many T's and
Tchotchke.
cuz and chuz.
Did you
What's
guys?
that word mean? What is that?
Tchotchkes. It means
It's a-
precious moments. Precious.
Yeah, a little a
things.
bauble, if
A
you
ba-
will.
a
Is that a
uh,
real word? I didn't know.
Tchotchkes?
Huh.
Yeah.
People, you've never heard tchotchkes before?
No, I
we
thought it was
own
like a
so many
Chili's.
tchotchkes.
You've been living amongst tchotchkes your whole life.
We
Whoa.
just have little. We have so many little tchotchkes in our house. It's like we're getting to grandparent status here soon. We are tchotchke lovers.
Yeah, I mean,
Should've
that's
brought some of your own
That's
here.
a coupley thing.
I didn't know this was a tchotchke themed show.
Oh, yeah. We start off with tchotchkes,
Well,
we end with tchotchkes.
It's our first
It's called
segment.
Casa de Tchotchkes.
We're getting the logo
Change
changed.
the logo. They got it back
Snap.
in post.
But it's kind of a psychological exercise we do. We have a table of weirdos, and then you guys pick one of those weirdos and tell us
So
why.
do you have like a meaning behind all the things?
I mean, I have reasons that either him or I collected them in our lives to put them on that table.
So you guys own all these. You didn't just go to like a random Goodwill and buy them. These are things from
These
your
came out of
personal
your house.
tchotchke
Possibly,
collection.
possibly.
Actually, it came from Charlie's Tchotchkes, located on Santa Fe and 9th. Our fake sponsor for the show. Thank you,
They
Charlie.
pay us in tchotchkes.
That is a bad deal, guys. I have to tell you. I'm not a businesswoman by trade, but that is a horrible, horrible deal.
We'll give him
Lot
the
of
praise.
tchotchkes.
We'll find out.
It's
We'll
Denver
find out.
comedy, man. Most sponsors aren't even paying you anyways.
No.
They're just like, hey, will you be my friend?
What's your tchotchke budge?
Yeah.
It's association. So what did you guys get?
What'd you pick and why?
I'll go first because Kevin is a giver and he'll let me go first. But this is it's a little monkey dressed in some sort of jaunty outfit. She's got a cute little tiger skirt on. She's got a little bandana, a little headband. And I guess I was drawn to it because it kind of looks like me when I was a little kid. Because my mom made me get like really short haircuts, and she tricked me into it once. And many times because I was not perceptive, and I had like the Dorothy Hamill but like too short, and to counteract everyone calling me little boy, that year I got my ears pierced and wore headbands like this all the time. So
And you're like, why is that little boy got such weird fashion sense?
if I was a little boy, I was just being proactive in the gender binary changes of today. So either way, a strong choice by small Mara.
And also, it's wearing your wardrobe. Mara still
This
dresses
is actually
like
something
this today.
I would wear.
Actually, she'd be wearing jeans with the
No,
skirts.
well, Kevin, in my defense, I was trying out things in my closet I hadn't used in a while,
and it turned into Lilith Fair 96 out of nowhere.
and you know, it's worth a shot, guys. Have fun with your wardrobe.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I
So
appreciate it.
I like most things. It comes back to me, and there she is.
Fantastic.
Is it my turn?
You're next.
Okay.
Oh, this makes a lot of sense. I get this.
Go ahead then.
No.
Oh man, that's what we should have had them explain each other's tchotchkes first,
Whoa.
right?
Well,
That's-
too late to do that now. So
Yeah.
I think I
is.
would have got it already with the
It is.
wardrobe thing.
Right.
I picked a Russian nesting doll because you were like, oh, this what? Yeah, this is some boring thing. It was a salt and pepper shaker. You're like, no, oh my God, what? There's more to it. You're like,
Another
oh,
person
and
in
this
there.
one, and you're like, oh no, it keeps going.
It's another
And
person
then-
in there.
And it's like, what? Oh, we're gonna keep going. This doesn't
Somebody
stop.
look at
Oh, it's so tiny. It's so tiny. It couldn't get even. It got smaller. Look at that. So small, barely fits in your hand. That's right. Russian nesting doll.
Whoa. Is there another
So
one?
what does that to say about you? Is
Well, I picked it because I was a communications major in college, and I learned about social penetration theory,
Yeah, you did.
which is that people are like onions; they have many layers, and if you don't want to freak people out, you just have to slowly get to know them over time, and they reveal their layers to you.
slow peel.
But if you want to freak people out, you just get real familiar really fast, and then
Be a
much like an
shallot.
onion,
Yeah.
you know,
Show them that tiny person right away.
yeah, nobody wants to see that.
That little
right away.
freako.
Yeah.
No, that little freak tiny person. No, keep that hidden as long as you can.
Exactly. Don't send dick pics, you guys. It's gross. It's
Yeah.
gauche.
It is. Don't do it.
But it's also a metaphor. I think people are they got a lot of layers to them. And in comedy, a lot of times people are like, oh, that guy's that thing, I know, whatever. And then they're like, they just think it's their first impression. And there's always more to somebody, especially stand-up comedians, because they have the most to hide.
Kevin's real name is Stan. His name's Kevin.
It's pretty good.
Lots
I like
of secrets here. No, that's true about stand-up. I mean, to see one person once, a lot of times it's hard not to be like, that's all they ever are. Like to see the multiple.
I'm guilty
quick
of
to
it
judge
too,
all
yeah.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't do it. I'm just
Kevin
using
and
it as an
I,
opportunity to remind
That's-
all of us that
Right.
There's
you know,
more to people.
That's our
sometimes.
impulse,
Or
but we have
a
to
little-
take a step back.
Or just have a little sympathy for some people.
well, I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, some people, not everybody, not the trash people, but the nice people. You know.
Right.
But it's.
right.
I think it's.
Judge the trash people.
I mean, it's a bad habit of mine.
Shout out to the trash people.
Yeah, it's a bad habit of mine. I've came from judgy, bougie people, so it just happened. So
So you were judged and bouged.
no, I was the one bouging and judging. It's a different element
Oh.
of things. I'm sure someone's judged me at some point, but only
I don't think
only
so.
positively.
No,
yeah, only good stuff. I'm sure.
Totally.
But I try to take a step back and remind myself that there's a lot, like Kevin said, a lot of layers, layers to people.
Well, we will try to uncover some of those layers tonight, shall
Wow.
we?
top layers.
Just a natural.
Right,
host.
Let's do
That's
this.
a little-
I'm ready. Let's take it off.
Squall, squall, squall,
We
squall.
saw some nipple hair last episode.
I
Okay, so we have to.
I was glad that we saw that live.
It became a musical instrument. That was that was nice.
But you know, we're pals and we have a relationship. We're both comedians, you know, and I mean, we just don't have the romantic aspect that you guys have now, which is kind of interesting. You know, like how does that work as far as, you know, when you're joking? When you're joking around, like, is it a laugh riot the whole time?
Oh, all the time.
All the time, right? That's what people assume.
Never ends. The bits just bouncing them off constantly. I mean, there's times for that. Kevin, are you all right, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm fine. Answer the question.
He's nesting.
Well, so how do we?
How do we make it work?
How do we make
So
it
what
work?
is it? I mean, comedy couples are kind of a rare and beautiful thing in comedy.
I don't think so.
And
Not
it's
anymore,
a strange.
man.
It's popular now. I feel
you
like
think
we're
more comics
more
are?
the norm
I mean,
than
hooking
ever.
up is one thing, but an actual comedy that dates
know.
couple.
Totally, I know.
Well, name another in the scene.
Christy Buckley and Dave
Lasso.
Brand new.
Let's see who else.
Z Career, Megan
Megan
Ponce.
All
right.
Ponce.
Go
Also,
another.
nobody at home knows who the hell we're talking about.
This is for the Denver scene. They're going to learn. They're going to come to your shows that you promote and see these people.
Sure, that's what's gonna happen.
Jerry Stiller.
If you're good enough, if they like you enough to go.
The point is we hang and bang, we make it work.
Okay, Kevin, way to give the romance the real rhythm and roll poetry it deserves. We met, I think for me, it's not just about it working, Kevin. I love you, and I want to. Oh, we're gonna break up on Casa, aren't we? This is how I thought. Little women parts everywhere. To me, it's like I can't see. Once I devoted my life to comedy, which sounds like a cult, but once that became my thing, there's kind of just a whole dating pool that just disappears from your life right away. And like people I probably wouldn't have been interested anyway. And then I met Kevin, someone who the first time we met, we had a 2-hour conversation on juggalos. It's like, you're not gonna get that anywhere. You gotta keep that guy. And I couldn't see myself ever dating an accountant. You'd never see them. It would never work out. We have similar schedules. We like the same things. He's attracted to my beauty like nothing else I've ever seen. My pheromones are just like a drug to him. He comes to me. He can't get enough. He's never satiated by what I have for him, right?
Yep.
And we're back. We had to do a quick editing point because they jumped on each other, and
It was
we can
wrong.
say what we want, but
It
we
was
can't
wrong.
show what we want here.
Yeah.
So
It was wrong. What do you think, Kevin?
I agree.
Oh, see? And
It works out because you're both in the same industry, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like it either works really well or it's not a good idea, depending on the people.
I think the only way it doesn't work is that if you're like so emotionally immature and insecure that you don't like. I think this is a stereotype, and maybe what you're alluding to when it's like two comedians dating each other. People are like, "Oh man, I bet you're like so juvenile and petty, and how can you even take it when she does well and shit?" It's like, yeah, that's why I'm with her. I want her to succeed the same way she wants me to succeed. But people for some reason think comedians are like so like juvenile or immature or something, that they can't somehow take sharing the spotlight with somebody else, which I would much rather do than have to get up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday and go out to brunch with a bunch of boring marketers and social
I've asked
media
him to do.
managers
I've
and
asked him to
stuff.
do
I don't want to do
that.
that. I'd rather sleep in till noon, go get a bagel, and then smoke weed in the park with my girlfriend who's funnier than me. That sounds like a more enjoyable way to spend my time than to like compromise my time in a relationship with somebody that's a norm.
Yeah, I think for us too, and it's kind of the same vein what Kevin was saying, is just you've got to, his success is my success. Like we're both trying towards this thing that seems hard and crazy, but like I draw most of my support that gets me through the hard times in my comedy career from Kevin. He makes me want to work harder, and he'll keep me on my toes. I mean, it's just like we really sit down and we've been producing a show together recently. We go through ideas. Sometimes I've got to get better at like not hearing, like he's just more honest than most people, and I think that's really important that we're even at that part in a relationship, because other relationships probably might not be able to handle it. Just really giving each other honest feedback on different segments we want to try, or videos, or scripts we're writing, or jokes we're writing. I don't know, it's something I value because it's so precious to me that I can't get that from anybody. I get it from my Kev.
sounds like they both your comedy has enriched your romantic life and vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like my relationship is probably it's the most important thing in my life. I try to nurture it as much as I can.
With comedy or with Kevin?
With Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Comedy's my number one bitch on the side, but
You don't do a good job of hiding it.
no. But yeah,
You know her
she's
too, though, so,
yeah,
yeah.
he knows her. We share.
Yeah, that's the only open
Sister
part of our
wife.
relationship
Yeah, our
is with comedy.
yeah. So I think if you look at life and just what you put into it, and like how it's better to bring somebody up with you or support them than have like petty feelings of, oh, he got booked on a show and I wasn't booked, or
Why didn't I get to do it?
Right. Yeah, you're a team.
Yeah.
But there's another side of that coin there. You guys know everything about the scene, so you guys can.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm constantly learning.
Well, I mean, you guys.
But
all
you've
what's
seen
going
the
on.
Denver scene evolve
Oh,
over
sure,
a number
yeah.
of years.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And
So I dated a comedian for a while, and
Yeah, you did.
and she was a couple, but one in Florida. It was great. It was great. We could talk. She understood what
you don't have to explain the whole world.
Yeah, like I got home late,
for
this
sure.
and that. But the breakup was not cool. With like
Why was
fresh-
she like making one-liners the whole time when you were like trying to leave her or something?
No, introducing me at a show, random.
Oh!
This
You know,
guy
like-
over here
like,
forgets
let's
it's
go.
Valentine's Day and then expects you to buy the burger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now your world, your safe space.
But she really did that? That's on her.
our next
though.
comedian
There's a
has weird
professionalism.
But I mean, it could get icky, and
Sure.
sticky.
But that
Right,
makes
and
sense.
you're in the same world, right? So
Smaller.
if you do break up, you're in the same circle.
In the
You have
same
to go. You
circle.
see the same people.
Or you can just move,
That's
right,
right.
Mesa?
Yeah.
Jump back into improv.
Hello, Denver.
My
Yeah,
backup.
right
Hello,
here he
Denver.
is.
Well, like we.
No, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, get
we
the hell
were
out.
pretty messed up on her end. I mean, when we first started dating, we kind of had that, then most relationships were
Hanging
date a
and
little
banging
bit,
for a
it's very
while.
casual, and then it's like, are we ready for this? So we broke up. But it was never, we both made it very clear. The reason we were even dating each other in the first place is because we had a mutual respect. We liked each other. We thought each other were funny.
Juggalos.
Juggalos. That was really,
Oh my God.
But I think we even had a conversation after we had decided to stop dating. It was like, I respect you enough that I'm gonna, be around, and I'm not gonna make it. If I'm upset, we went out of our way to not be that way. I went out of
Also-
I didn't want to do that because I still want to. He's a good comic. Like I still would want to book him or do shows with him. And I also didn't want to be that person being like, anyway, this guy over here, he broke my heart.
Yeah, like how petty of a person you have to be like, oh, this person could help my show. Fuck them, they're not on my show. Like,
Right,
well, for
right.
what? Because I don't have an awkward 2-second handshake or something like that? Like, come on, that's nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, really, that's short-sighted.
Before I met Kevin, I didn't even want to date a comic because I wanted to be taken seriously as a comic, which is like in itself, you've
Sure.
really got to, if you're a young 24-year-old woman, pardon me, there's that stigma that's kind of getting broken down
You
day
gotta
after
sleep
day.
your way to the
now.
top.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
now there's more and more young women getting into comedy, probably more than there's ever been in the last 20 years. So it's, it's still there, but even 7 years ago when I started, it was like, oh, wonder who she's gonna hook. It's like maybe nobody, or maybe just one person,
Or
for
maybe
a very long time.
everybody.
Or maybe
Right.
I can do
And
whatever
so
I want.
what? Who cares?
Yeah.
Bang who you want to bang. Do what you want to do.
The Addams Family. Is that how that
Just
song
be
goes?
just be funny enough. Just be funny enough to handle the
To back
spots
it
you
up.
get from banging people.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
it's what
Back
is
it up. Yeah. Back
Great-
it up and then back it up.
With great power,
Yeah.
great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
So.
Well, let's talk about some of your individual projects right now, because both of you have many endeavors about town.
Yes.
Sure.
And amongst them, let's start with the show you do together, which is the Funny Side Sessions,
Yeah.
right? That is your one joint project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean, every project we have is a joint project. Oof.
get a spray down.
Casa de Ish.
Tell us a little about that and where the viewers can see it.
Yes, we do a great show. It's called the Funny Side Sessions. It's the first Thursday of every month at Image Brew Studios. We're very lucky Ben Jones, who owns and runs Image Brew, opened up the studio space for us to put on a show. But it also was like, hey, I want to make some original content.
Because we
Marketing
know that
people.
word.
And so, yeah, he was helping Mary and I over the past couple months shoot sketches, things like that. So
Yeah, it's been great. It's up in the north side in the Sunnyside neighborhood. So just recently we've been trying to really tap into getting more neighbors coming, tapping into a different audience a little bit. But it's been great just working with Image Brew and Ben and Justin, the other DP there, they really put the time in to help us make really nice videos.
Yeah, that's great.
Profesh.
as
And
fuck.
High quality.
would you like to set up the clip? We're
Yeah,
gonna
so
see
I
the
think
robber?
you guys, you guys are going to be showing Robber Rewards. This was written by Kevin and Jordan Dahl, another comedian.
R.I.P..
R.I.P. He's dead now. He's in L.A. And it features, who's the feature of this one, Kevin?
Chris Charpentier, who's also dead. He moved to Los Angeles as well, so he's dead to me. He's in the sketch, and then Nathan Lund, who's still alive here in Denver, thankfully. And
Janae.
and Janae Burris and Josh Skillman are all featured in the sketch as well.
Right.
A lot of
Police
funny
officers.
Denver people.
Yeah.
It's a great sketch.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
Oh, hello, sir. Welcome to Stereo Hut. Can I help you find anything? Maybe a fax machine or a floppy disk drive?
You're gonna be a floppy disk drive if you don't give me the money out of the drawer right now.
Yeah, sure thing. Do you have your rewards card with you today?
What? I'm robbing you. This is a robbery.
I understand that, but without being able to access your rewards card membership, I won't be able to give you points for this robbery.
What points? What are you talking about?
Oh, at Stereo Hut, if you rob any of our convenient 3 locations, you get points towards a free robbery.
All robberies are free. That's what a robbery is. I don't have that. I don't want that.
Are you sure? It's real easy. It only takes about a second to sign up, literally. And once you do, you get this awesome headband, which is pretty awesome.
I can just take that. That's what a robbery is. I can take whatever I want and I don't have to sign up for shit.
That's true. But if you don't get these awesome wristbands.
I don't want wristbands. I want the
okay.
money out of the drawer. I want all of these Discmans. And just because you're giving me a hard time, I want your wallet.
Hey, there's no reason to be personal about this, sir. I was just trying to help. Okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you please just help then?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Do you have any trade-ins?
Trade-ins? I'm about to trade these bullets in for your life if you don't help me with the
Excuse me. You guys mind speeding this up? Some of us have bank jobs to get to.
Of course. I'm sorry, sir. Just 1 second. What can I do for you?
Here, thank you so much.
Absolutely. Welcome back in.
There's that.
Perfect. Great. We've got the rewards card. Perfect. Do this real quick. Looks like you have 287 points. Here is your bag o' cash.
Perfect.
And with your trade-in, we'll have you a 10-minute start on the police, which of course is good for a guy in a rush.
Oh, yeah.
So, thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Sorry, bud. I got my boss's kid in the car.
So, where were we?
Oh, I was gonna shoot your face off if you don't give me all the money in the Discmans.
That's right. That's right. Here we are. Here is your bag o' cash.
What the fuck
and
is this? He got a whole cartoon bag of money. I get the little. What is this?
This is our non-member
You
rate.
got.
So I apologize, but if you don't sign up, this is the best that I can do. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just.
If I sign up for the thing, can we speed this up and I can get back to my life of crime?
That's what the rewards program is all about.
I do
So
it.
here we go. We'll just have you fill this out.
You need like a phone number or what?
No, you know what? It's funny. Nobody seems to want to give their phone number. But if you just give us your name here, date here, full address here, and then we need a fingerprint right here, and I can get you your bag o' cash.
Yeah.
And you got this all filled out. That's great. And you already have the headband, so that's good. Here is your wristbands.
Yeah, all right.
And you'll get your physical card in the mail. It'll probably take a week or so.
Okay.
Give or take a couple days. But until then, your account number should
you
work
use the
just
account
fine.
number for-
Yeah. Any of the locations too. It doesn't just have to be here. And since unfortunately you didn't bring a trade-in today, the police are already here. Yeah. But one good thing is you tell them next time that you come in that you were arrested last time, get double the points.
Oh, hang easy with the wristbands. Go.
Sorry, buddy.
Go with your
Coming in.
system.
Hey.
Man,
Yeah.
do you
No.
mind?
Do I mind? Not at all.
Thank you.
It's one of the perks, my buddy. Here we go. Looks like you're only 2 points away from a calculator watch. Yes. All right. Good stuff.
I forgot the end of that one. It was.
That's true. I really like. Man, Chris nails it in that thing.
He really
Man,
does.
it's
Oh
really
God.
He's mostly hair, but yeah, he does it.
He
really
does
good.
it. But
Half the job, yeah.
so it's just been nice to kind of have this partnership with a professional. I mean, doing things that we could never do.
You folks saw it.
You
It's
saw
great.
that. Edited.
Production.
Music. Mwah, beautiful actors. Budget.
And very mediocre writing. Yeah.
I liked it.
Thanks.
Let's go through a couple of your other projects. We don't have a ton of time, but we gotta detail some of the things you're doing, like your podcast.
Sure, yeah. TheseThingsMatterPodcast.com. Check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And it's a pop culture podcast. You explore a certain area with someone who loves it.
Yeah. We, me and my co-host, my good friend Taylor Gonda, have been doing it for over 4 years now, over 200 episodes. We talk to creative types, musicians, comedians, writers, all sorts of different types of people about their favorite thing in pop culture, the thing that meant the most to them, and they talk about it through their experience and their lens. We like to say pop culture autobiographically. So then that way, each episode is its own unique experience, and it is, because there's so many, you could do a podcast and it's like, we only watch old episodes of Matlock, and it's called the Matlock Podcast.
Great name.
And then it's like the same boring stuff of like two boring drips, like, yeah, then this episode goes.
There's one guy I saw one. He just talks about pizza. It's a pizza podcast.
Yeah,
That's all it is?
Yeah.
So like that way, like if somebody comes across a topic like that is pretty broad or whatever, it's not going to be something they've heard before because this is about specifically the experience that the guest had.
Impassioned about these things.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so if somebody comes on and talk about Matlock, we'll do it for one episode.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they'll tell some hilarious, sad story about watching it with their grandpa before they died or something. And we're like, hey, great internet radio we got here.
It's engaging.
Feelings, that's right.
Yeah. And then I make a lot of, crass jokes from time to time just to watch my co-host squirm. And
You?
Yeah, believe it or not.
He does it sometimes.
I like to push the buttons.
Boop, pappy.
Speaking of which,
Other things.
Arguments and Grievances.
Yeah.
Button pushing, that's a successful, and that's like a satellite show.
Comedy debates.
Yeah, it's comedians debating two different topics head to head. I've been doing the show in Denver for over 6 years now, I think, something like that. And the show's been happening in Chicago for almost 4 years now, but we've taken it on the road. It's performed at Meltdown in LA, at Union Hall in New York, at a bunch of different festivals and stuff. Also a podcast available on iTunes. Yeah.
Nice.
Great.
That was fun to do. And it's not as glamorous, but it's the heart of comedy. You have an open mic.
Yeah, I run a weekly open mic at Syntax Physics Opera. It's been going on for almost 2 years, maybe a year and a half. That seems like a long time.
That's
but it's been going on for a while now.
Open mic life?
For an open mic. And,
For a weekly, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I just think something I try to instill on those younger comics. They're about 5 years younger than me, but it's important to find venues that help you along the way. I mean, you guys know that with Denver Open Media, someone who fosters an idea, lets you grow. We've been really fortunate with Image Brew, and then Syntax has been great as a mic venue.
Supportive venue is.
They pay, they
priceless.
get it. You had to teach them. You got to teach some venues how to run a mic. It's going to take time. It's not going to be an overnight success because there's a lot of new comics who don't know what they're doing. But if you let it grow, which they have, they've ended up really taking it in. So it's been a pretty successful little mic the last few months, and starts at 8:00 every Wednesday night.
Awesome. Definitely check that out, comedian or not.
Or not. Come in for a meat plate. We got
Come
some
see
meat
where
plates.
comedy
Come in for
happens,
a
where it
meat
grows.
plate.
And
Come in for a
do
meat
gripes
plate.
and then we'll. So we're running out of time here, but we'd like to get some, since you all have traveled in the Denver scene for so far and so long.
Yeah.
Are there any gripes, any kind of comments?
Should have opened with this,
on
man. We got another hour.
Yeah, I know
We got a minute and a half.
you're
Tell us
AKA
what
Old
your-
Kev, the cranky grandpa of the comedy scene.
Oh, no way.
First of all, I at very most
I've heard
am
that.
like uncle.
Didn't you
Oh,
remember?
uncle. Okay.
Grandpa, how old do you
Hilarious.
think I am?
It's your soul, sir.
I'm 30 years old,
It's
man.
your soul that's old.
If anybody thinks I'm a grandpa, they just miss their own grandpa. That's what I think. Gripes. What do you mean? Anything?
Or just
Or-
any words to the scene or about the comedy scene. We just had the Squire close the other night. Your band performed, you performed. This was a legendary comedy room that was incredible back in the day, and then horrible for the last couple of years from everything that I've heard.
You weren't there back in the day.
This is what I've
You know
heard.
how I
I've
know?
heard.
Because you said it was incredible back.
It was
in the
never
day.
incredible.
It
was awful.
But all they're doing is talking about how great it was.
Because it was terrible. That's
But it's
the whole
terrible
point.
now, so is it great now?
It's worse now.
So it's even better.
No, you're misunderstanding me.
Yeah, I don't get the logic.
It's just
And I can't explain it to you if you don't get
You
it.
weren't there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
It's so frustrating.
There's a lot.
I
It's
mean,
the
it
new
was-
scene versus the old scene. It's
You're,
like,
you're
oh, the
implying
new
that
people.
things can't be bad in a good way. Like,
No, we had rooms like that in Florida that
but
were
the Squire was
shitholes we loved.
abysmal. Yeah, it was the worst, but it was
But there's
great.
also great
Great
songs.
moments happened
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Where, since the remodel, it's been like just bad for bad's sake. But also maybe I just got old and it didn't feel
And
as
partying
new
and-
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't drinking $25 worth of PBRs
The
every
2
Tuesday.
a.m.
like I
up
used
all
to. Yeah,
night
exactly.
grind
Yeah.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's.
Right.
I think I don't know. I think what I've learned is you can't care about other people. Don't compare yourself to other people. I think every once in a while when you hear some like petty gripes happening in the comedy world, which any creative scene, stuff like that always happens.
All they're saying is, I don't like myself right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like you got to take a step back. Like that person's success isn't going to stop your success. I've
Yeah.
done it. I have an ego. I've complained about not getting
I have
booked
not,
all the
so-
time. Yeah, Kevin's a saint. He's perfect. He has no ego. But I think that's something it's a growing pain you got to go through. Some people never grow out of it, and that's how they become bitter. But if you just focus on yourself, create content, like these two here.
We're gonna have that pop up every time.
Yeah, can you just like
Content.
starburst in content?
Yeah.
And try new venues. Like I think that's the thing too with this whole new old Squire. Like it's to me it was just like the coming of age of when I started. So it's like I had all these people I respected and looked up to, and instead of trying to like recapture that, I think it would be. I like seeing that we have like the biggest young crop of comics we've ever had in Denver. Probably.
What do you think the number is?
I don't care. I'm
hundreds.
not a
Hundreds.
mathematician.
Big in the middle, that's all.
Big
I'll
in the
say.
middle.
Yeah.
Thick in the middle. She got much back.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the best thing for them to do is like try new things, like start a new mic somewhere else. Like I'm seeing a lot of these middle, newer comics, a couple years in, starting to think that way, and I think it just took time, and I think it's important to do new things, different things.
Also, number one gripe, so now this will make me sound like an old man. Way too precious now, open micers. For the love of God, throw shit at the wall. Like, like when people are like, oh, the old Squire. Oh, I missed it. I would have loved it. It's like you would have been able to hack it. You
Yeah.
would have had to have been a personality, even if you don't have jokes. And like, I see so many new comics that have neither right now. It's like,
They're
but
kinda
they're
scared.
like,
They're
but
all
yeah,
scared.
they're very
Babies.
timid. They're
Little
like,
babies.
well, I need to get my 5 minutes. So then if I get my 5 minutes, then I can get my 10 minutes, and then maybe somebody will book me. And while you're so focused on that for a couple years, other people are going to be passing you by just out of sheer uniqueness, energy,
having-
personality, whatever it is.
I do see a lot of that at my mic. I'm like, why are you running the same 5 minutes every? I mean, have
Burn
fun.
it down
Do
if it
burn down,
sucks,
get new
yeah.
stuff. You're so new. Your first 5 jokes, 5 minutes are probably.
Yeah, it's not
fucking
going
shit
on the
anyway.
album.
The good stuff is way
Yeah, Comedy
beyond
Central
that.
isn't out there scouting like, well, I don't
Sure.
know.
'Cause I feel like-
that abortion thing was pretty good, and he quit doing it.
Right.
I think we're going to take this opportunity away
Yeah,
from
I
him.
just want to see them have more fun. I feel like that's where I really started having the most impact in
They
my
need a
career.
new Squire for themselves.
Well,
somewhere
not
they
even,
can be
like, besides
not even
that, it's just like
unafraid.
try new things.
Sure,
Be unafraid.
yeah.
Be different than.
If you're under 30, you've been doing stand-up less than 4 years, go get drunk as much as you can, do open mics wasted, screw up a lot, write a lot, take comedy work super seriously, and then maybe, you'll find your own way, young comics.
Don't be a
Like,
tweeb,
what's a tweeb?
I don't know, but don't be it. You know.
Oh, it's a twerp dweeb.
Yeah, tweebs.
Yeah, on Twitter, maybe.
He's trout sniffing, quivering lip.
Well, this is the place.
Tweets.
Denver's a place to experiment.
But then there's also,
Yes, exactly.
But
yeah.
there's also a lot of great young. So it's not like to say. I just think to be bold is the biggest thing you
Yeah.
can do, and not give a shit about other people.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah.
Sure, get
And
outside
so if
your
you get a
comfort.
reputation and like 7 years later, people are like, man, you're a crazy madman. And it's like, why? It's like, I saw you scream in a homeless person's face like 8 years ago. And it's like, okay, well, I've been doing a lot since then, but
Right.
whatever, at least I did it. It was like,
Made
it's
an
all,
impression.
There's more of those first impressions we were talking
Yeah.
about.
it's like all a step into a place that I'm trying to get better as a comic now, but it's like I wouldn't be in the place that I am now if I wasn't willing to fail on stage defiantly in front of people or whatever. So I feel like you're so consumed by failure, you're never going to succeed anyways.
And I see a lot of that. I see it sparking in people. So I don't know. It's just a different time. People leave. It's how scenes ebb and flow. It's kind of what we're
Yeah.
going through the
Right.
last, couple of years.
This
So
is one of those.
So what's the future for you guys? Are you gonna stay here in Denver and?
I'm actually quitting comedy. I chose Casa de Haha to make that known.
Wow, we have 2 seconds.
Breaking
left.
news, everybody.
I don't
Cliffhanger right here before the end. Will Merrick.
Wish there'd be a
I'm
larger
not.
studio audience for this announcement.
but-
Marination is here tonight. There's 2 of them in it. That's my fan group that I've
Solid.
tried to
Yeah.
start. I just keep saying it.
Well, I hope you guys stay here and continue making a great place to do
Thanks, man.
comedy.
Yeah, I mean, I love to contribute and be a part of stuff. We've met so many amazing creative people outside of the comedy scene here in Denver too that have helped us book awesome things and meet new people. So, I mean, Denver's always exciting. We'll see where
It's
we are.
over, though. We all know Denver's over.
It's over.
done. Yeah.
Denver's done. It's the new Tucson.
Squire's
No,
dead.
everything's
There's a
gone.
bunch of white Chicago people that moved here over the past 2 years. It's
Right.
done, man.
Resetting.
Everybody should just leave, right?
Right? Everybody,
Dude, I'm
if you're
happy
watching,
to-
just get out. Let the
Go,
red
yeah,
carpet
just go out, just
I'll-
leave again, and then I'll just, finally be able to afford my rent. It'd be great. Just doing open mics for the rest of my life. I love Denver.
Well, fantastic.
Good message.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for
You too.
having us.
Where can we follow you and find you individually?
On Twitter at Mara Wiles. My name is Mara Wiles. Google me. And then we run the Funny Side session at Image Brew Studios the first Thursday of every month. So the next one is July 7th. I don't know when this comes out, but July 7th.
Maybe before then.
Arguments and Grievances, third Sunday of every month. These Things Matter Podcast.com, Denver's best and most exclusive podcast. Also, Big City Drugs, Denver's only all-comedian rock and roll band. I don't know where you're going to see us soon, but if you see our name somewhere, check us out. I broke my guitar last night at a rock and roll show.
I saw that guitar. It
'cause
was
Going acoustic
I'm an
now.
idiot.
It's
Yeah.
much higher than I usually see guitars. They're usually not like
Yeah, they're
on the
not
ceiling.
usually 4 feet above your head.
Yeah.
But, when
missed it. I
you
didn't
drink too many
realize.
Boilermakers at the Squire and then you go on at 1:30 in the morning, things
Hey,
happen. So,
that's,
All right.
that's the least your word is a guitar. You made it.
yeah, it could have hit me in the head,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
Yeah.
I broke my knee at the end of my set.
I like how Adrian brings it back to a very real thing, and that's just your
Right.
safety.
Don't break
Everybody,
your you is the point.
Don't break your you.
Yeah,
See, that's
keep that
my-
intact.
That's the advice for everybody. Don't break your you-ness.
And I'm Daniel Reskin. You can follow me at Daniel Reskin and at danielreskin.com.
Or in the parking lot after the show. You can just
Yeah.
follow right back.
Very accessible.
We can probably do some smoking.
Check me out at adrianmesa.com. New website up right now.
Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate Denver Open Media, Mara Wiles, Kevin O'Brien, Adrian Mesa. I'm Daniel Reskin.
Daniel Reskin.
Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.